also monsoon has been in focus, which is really impacting the markets for third day in a row today. How is it going to impact the companies, various sectors in particular? We are discussing that as well on a daily basis. Today we have the management of Blue Star now joining us, Mr. B. Thiagarajan, ED and President, AC and Residential Product Business from Blue Star. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking with us here on NDTV Profit. Good to have you on the show today. So now we believe that this year the monsoon is going to be a deficient one. For two things for you. One, if it's not going to rain much, then it's good for your company because AC sales are going to go up. But at the same time, it's going to impact the demand. So how are you assessing the situation for FY16?
Well, to begin with, the summer was not harsh enough in April and May. Some part of the country it rained in April, some part of the country it rained in the month of May. Now, later part of May, there was heat wave, and June it is continuing, and I think till July summer will continue. Therefore, the planned forecast, I think we will be able to meet with some great difficulty. Our estimate, if you recall, my own guidance was the market in FY16 should grow by 15%. Our target was 10% more than the market growth, 25. I think it will be somewhere between 10 to 15 will be the growth, and we will grow between 20 to 25. So there is an impact already on that front.
Are you trying to... Right. Please go ahead.
The next part is that more than 57% of our sales come from Tier 3, 4, 5 markets, which will be directly impacted if the monsoon is going to be bad. You know, the Tier 3, 4, 5 cities are agriculture, horticulture driven. But I will not look at it as you know, there is a demand because of extended summer. Our interest will be the rain also should be good because for the overall economy of the country, because that impacts the disposable income in the hands of the consumers across the country. So therefore, I am hoping that the monsoon will be lower than the average, but not so very deficient to cause a disaster. I think we have coped with a poor monsoon, and while the monsoon may not be normal, let it be somewhat lower than the normal. That is the hope. So bottom line is that against a 15% market growth, I think the market will grow somewhere between 10 to 15, more like 12%, I suppose. Our growth is 10% more than the market which we will achieve. Poor monsoon will impact across the country, across many product categories. Therefore, I will not be selfish in looking at extended summer. Monsoon is important for the country as a whole. And most importantly, while I keep telling the analysts, fund managers, financial press often, there are times where there will be, adverse weather conditions. We are a 72-year-old company, so 1 year there is a poor monsoon or a poor summer, it is fine. We are playing this game on a long-term basis.
Right. But Mr. Thiagarajan, why this time specifically it's becoming a big cause of concern is again for two reasons. One, last year we saw the agricultural sector under a lot of stress. There was rural slowdown, and if it happens this year as well, it's going to be second year in a row. And this is for the first time probably when we have seen this kind of a forecast, a warning coming in from Met Department side that the monsoon is definitely going to be deficient, and there are no chances at all that it will be a normal monsoon.
I agree with your concern, except that I will not be emphatic about poor weather forecasts or weather forecasts. I don't think anybody can predict. I think it is going to be poor monsoon, but lower than normal to what extent? And see, the food supply has not been an issue. It is agriculture income, and therefore how the sentiments will turn. I'm hoping that the damage is not much.
Right, but then what is your plan B if, it is a bad monsoon and, agricultural incomes are under strain because of the last two failed crops? Do you have a plan B, or this revision that you've done of your growth target, you will just work to meet those?
See, we are today, our portfolio addresses many segments. Number one, Blue Star for many years used to be addressing large corporate commercial segments which are related to construction. If the construction cycle is bad, we used to be affected. So we are reasonably well off in residential segment as well. Next is that we were city-centric. We were known only in big towns. Now we are known in more than 400 towns or so, including tier 3, 4, 5. So the geographical spread we have achieved. We are focusing on growing our export markets. There is a specific thrust area in SAARC countries, Middle East and North Africa. We are growing our market there. Next is we are not confined to only air conditioning. We are in refrigeration, food preservation. If there is going to be food shortage, the food preservation related, food processing related has to grow. It has been consistently growing. Both processed food consumption as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. Our portfolio is large there. Now on the other segment of professional electronics industrial systems like the city surveillance, medical electronics, data communication, that market has revived with the capital investment cycle reviving. So therefore, the question is that it is not that we had a fantastic year on all our portfolios. Last couple of years we have been doing extremely well in room air conditioners. I think this year, even though the demand will be lower, we will grow. Why I am saying is, the penetration level in this country is very, very poor. So therefore, 10% growth is nothing. I would expect it to grow at 30% for next 5 years. That is what is the real growth is.
Right, Mr. Thiagarajan, very quickly, will you then go ahead with your capacity expansion plans, because you were putting up new plants as well? Any change there?
Not at all. As I mentioned that we need a facility probably from December 2016 onwards. The decision is going to be taken by September. A consultant is working on that subject, basically remapping our manufacturing footprint. From 7 factories which we have got, what we will do to enhance the returns from this factory and also the geographical skew. For example, 2 factories in north, 5 factories in west has to change to having some presence in south. So we will not change it at all because we are not setting up that factory for this year or next year. It is going to be a 5-year time frame taken into account.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Thiagarajan, for speaking with us at NDTV Profit and telling us what Blue Star is doing trying to combat all the worries of a poor monsoon and the impact it will have on incomes, especially in the agricultural sector. So Mr. Thiagarajan saying they're still looking forward to about growth of 10% or so for this.